Good. Arms up to the ceiling, stretch back over your head. Good. Draw your knees in and roll around on your back a little bit. Good. Let's roll up together and issue our Wednesday salutations. Hi there, I'm Greg from Upward Spiral Yoga. My Bay Area friends know me. Many of us have been doing yoga for 10, 15, 20 years. If you're just tuning in on YouTube for the first time and the algorithm has dropped you off, it's such a random and sometimes serendipitous thing. But if you want a little healing, you want to do some yoga, maybe you think you can't, you think maybe the yoga ship has sailed for you. I've got a nice brand of yoga that I call Yoga for Everybody. And it's especially good on Wednesday because maybe you're a tremendous athlete, a triathlete or a strong runner or some sort of world-class athlete, but what you really need is to heal. And that's the purpose of yin yoga. Spend some time, relax, cool our jets. So we got a lot of things to offer, but mostly a big black cat that wanders in from time to time. And when he does, he'll scoot up that tree and then jump on my face right in the middle of a pose. Anyway, enough explanation. Oh, the last explanation, I'm going to be very brief about this. I do my yin yoga on a little bit of a cushion. I find that it's unbelievably helpful to help me get into positions and do things I haven't done for a while because of an injury that I had, and I'm just really liking it. But I'm not going to harp or harangue you tonight about the surface. If you want to do it on a softer surface, your carpet or a cushy yoga mat or even your bed, I find it to work really well for me. Enough said. Let's chant Om together. Nice big inhale. Okay, this is not Sunday school, it's Wednesday school. God, love, source, infinite higher organizing, whatever you like to be called, as long as we call on occasion. Bless everyone, gift everyone, inform everyone practicing tonight of exactly what they need to heal, thrive, flourish, and prosper. Om, amen. Okay, now I always start my practice with a few minutes of joint juice. Just going to take my shoulders around in a circle. None of these movements in and of themselves are especially profound. In fact, most of them are very prosaic, very ubiquitous, and just you put them in a good sequence though. Arms up, over, around, back up, over the other way. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a go, go, go guy, and man, I like to pack as much into the stream of life as I can. And while I'm a yoga teacher and my other pursuits, and I just need 2 or 3 sessions a week of deep relaxation. Inhale up. And then arms behind my back, up your back. I think you'll find even if you're brand new, most of these movements are, I guess I would call them highly accessible. You don't have to do them at world-class levels. Just participate, get in the game. 90% is showing up. 10% is what you do, and 5% is math. Busy day over here. Drum lesson with my well, he's a nice guy, drum teacher, then golf lessons, and oh my God, just lots of stuff going on. Okay, now, when I do a forward fold on Wednesday, I can come all the way down, bring my head down, spread, blah, blah, blah. But on Wednesday, I like to put a couple of blocks, if you have yoga blocks, and just rest. This allows me to stay in the pose a little longer. If you don't have yoga blocks, go on Amazon right now, and you can have your blocks delivered by probably tonight, but no later than tomorrow. Get the big blue ones. You'll be glad you did. Now let's begin the absurd notion of just stopping thinking or just slowing it down. Thoughts will still come in. Just we're not going to wrestle with them or pull them into our head or try to figure them out or pour gasoline on them. Just relax them. If you can't come way down here, you can lean forward a little bit. If you can't lean forward at all, sit on a blanket, kind of tilt forward. Just meet the challenge where you're at. Meet the challenge where you're at. That way we'll always get better at everything we're doing, as we should. Some days, if I feel like I've been thinking too much, like today, I'll roll my head left and right just to uncrinkle my forehead, open up my third eye a little bit. Good. Now, let's just hold nice and still. 20 more seconds. You can do it. We'll beat patience into ourselves. Good. On our next inhale, come on up. If you're brand new and you're thinking, well, shouldn't I always be trying to push to the absolute end of my range of motion? Shouldn't I always be getting more flexible? No, not necessarily. Sometimes it's about middle ground and just finding a posture that the body can settle into without going to extremes. Believe it or not. Head, 1, 2. We got a good turnout of my Bay Area friends. I'm simulcasting from the East Bay of California, but we have literally hundreds of people watching from all over the world now. It's very gratifying. It's good to see you. Maybe it's nighttime where you're at in Myanmar or Burma or New Zealand. Other way. 2. We're just friends gathered together to find our common ground. 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, believe it or not, relaxing your head down for 20 seconds is a neck stretch, especially when you have a much larger and heavier than average brain. It's been scientifically proven that my students have much larger, far more intelligent brains, and they're heavy. And if you relax your chin down, you get a nice stretch of the back of your neck. Oh, I love me some restorative yin yoga. Okay, these precious hands of ours, I'm just palms up, touch my elbows together. Most people can. I actually can't. It's a anatomical disposition. And then dorsiflexion. It's interesting, this softer surface, I can go way deeper, but way safer into the stretch of my wrists. Drop your chin, close your eyes. Now, if you've done yoga for a while and are familiar with breath work, there's a brand of breathing called ujjayi breathing, where you drag the breath viscerally along the back of your throat. It creates a little whispery seashell sound, and it's called ujjayi breathing. If you know what that is, do it. If you don't, you could try it. You have nothing to lose but your inhibitions. Then we add the tincture of time. We take time away from the practice. We're not concerned about time. If you don't pay attention to time, time doesn't speed up or slow down. It just disappears. And then you don't age, which is really, really groovy. Good job. Ooh, that is a lot of stretch. Let's do this one. In, out. Such simple movements, but I think whether you're 8 or you're 88 years old, I think moving like this, especially if you're in a class with an 8-year-old and an 88-year-old, you would really be well served. Now I'm doing all the internal, this, handcuffs, up. Now, I can get the back of my wrists in my armpits. Some people find it very easy. Some people find it impossible, which is good because everybody's in class. Drop your chin, and I have friends that can then squeeze and touch their elbows together. If you want, for extra credit, put your elbows inside your knees and then squeeze yourself into a cannonball. Don't overdo it, but don't underdo it either. Okay, relaxing my knees open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 4. And this is a neat movement. It's neato. It's bosso-rama. It's cool. 7, 8. Good. Shake it off. Shake it out. Shake it up. You might be able to hear my hands do this. It's my fingers slapping together, and it'll happen if you loosen up your hands a little bit. This is a good one. Excited teenagers waving at each other. Do you remember being a teenager? Aren't you glad you're not a teenager? If you're a teenager, congratulations. Great to have you in class. If you're no longer a teenager, it's like, yeah, there was a time for that, but no more. Cup your hands at your heart, drop your chin, close your eyes. Now I'm going to invite you to feel 3 unusual words: holy, Holy, sacred, reverent. Good. Okay. Stretching my pins out. Now, here's lazy posture. Knees bent, slumped down, feet cattywampus, shoulders kind of pinched in and forward. Then I exert out gently, and rather than sloppy spine, perky spine. The air is actually lighter up here than it is here. Heavy, depressed air, perky, excited air up here. Helium, there's nitrous oxide up here. Good. Hands, feet, bottoms up. If you think you don't need to do this movement, you actually do, because most adults don't do these sorts of movements. That's why this is the fastest growing yoga channel actually in the universe now. They've run some studies of several galaxies, and you're with the cool kids. Good, you guys. Come on down. Now, I hope you have a blanket or a pillow, yoga blanket. I'm just going to put a little roll underneath my neck. Why am I doing that? Well, when I'm on my back, like you're going to be on yours, if I put something underneath my neck like this, and hey, let's do this for 45 minutes. Tempting, isn't it? But I know some of you are brand new. You're crispy in Cleveland and not so bendy in Baltimore. When your knees come in, your spine shortens and your chin starts to go up. And if you're very tight, you can't even grab your knees. We love you in this class. We invite you to get your body back. If you can't do both knees, just grab one. If you can grab 2 knees, bring them in. If you can bring your knees all the way to your floor on the outside of your rib cage, you're probably 11 years old. And then the next movement, and I'm really enjoying the blanket underneath my neck. The next movement, if you're a little more supple, is I wonder if I can grab my big toes. And then this is called Happy Baby. And this might not be in your wheelhouse, but this might be, or just holding on, just relaxing and not comparing yourself to the other kids in class, because there's always somebody way more flexible than I am. And usually they're better looking and they have more money and they have a Maserati in the parking lot, and just comparison is the thief of joy. Now, I did say I'm doing this on a softer surface, and oh my God, I'm just able to really let my hips relax, lower back, shoulders release. Now, yin yoga, literally, it does mean to slow the movements down, take some time. So you don't want to be in some teeth gritting, can't breathe, face turning purple, compound fracture position here, do you? No, so I've given you so many places where you can go. I have many friends, yoga teachers and stuff. Their knees would be on the mat on the outside and their butts still on the floor and whatever. I can hit a golf ball way further than they can. So we all have our God-given skill set. You do you, I'll do me. Hopefully nobody walks into your living room when you're doing this pose, and just tell them to keep going, just mind their own business. Oh, that is really sinking in. Okay, now I'm just going to bring my legs up. Half a minute, legs up. It actually takes strength and balance to lay on your back and stick your legs up. It actually takes patience to be able to do it without checking your cell phone, checking your stocks, figuring out what you're going to do next week, wondering why your boss said that. Maybe you need a new boss. Maybe you are the boss. Maybe people are thinking that about you. Okay, kids, now I'm winding my knees just so I can see you, putting my feet down. I'm going to shift my buns over to the right a little bit. I still have the blanket underneath my neck because now we're going to do a laying on the back twist. It's a real Wednesday specialty. My right thigh is going to go over my left thigh. See that? If I could, I'd put my right foot under, and I almost can. Now, grab your thighs or the closest knee or the furthest knee. Let your head rest down. This is why you really need the blanket underneath your neck, damn it. So even if you're one of my really bendy friends, I recommend supporting your neck, especially when we go into the twist. It's going to make the pose way more accessible and fun and feel good. Okay, now we got our spine ready for a twist. My knees are in, and I roll them all the way down to the left, all the way down. Got it? Got it. Now, I got some very bendy friends. Their right shoulder doesn't even lift. Mine has to get my knees down. But I kind of like softer surface. You could be doing this on your bed, but do whatever you want. I'm just going to let my right arm relax out to the side. My knees are pinned in over here on my left side. And now let's just drink up this pose like it's a yummy, appropriate, legal intoxicant, non-habit forming. Took me 20 seconds, but now my right elbow is down behind me. That took a few moments. 48 years old. I'm not as fast as I used to be, nor as truthful. Okay, now this, I'm feeling a lot based on the amount of stretch, the volume of it, but I'm also able to breathe into it, calm my jets, take my time, finish my exhalations all the way. This is how we build peace and serenity in our minds and our bodies. And for most of us, it has to be built. It's not factory installed, or if it was, it got away from us. So peace is a practice. Now I'm pressing into my left elbow to turn my torso a little bit more to the right. Now my right shoulder is almost all the way down. I've opened up 10, 15 degrees from when I started. none of which I could do if my neck was not supported. Good. Half a minute more, half a more minute by half a minute, etc. Try finishing your exhalations all the way. Good, really big inhale. Exhale, let it go. And I'm going to bring my knees back up, put my left foot down. Going to shift my booty back over to the left. Good, now my right knee is in, so I'm just extending my left leg out. Going to take a knee around in a circle, my right knee, to get some life force and blood, lymph, and air and energy into my right hip. Good, now here's one more good one while we're on the back and while our right knee is in. You stiffies out there, just bring your right hamstring in. If you're a little more bendy, your hands lace over your right knee. If you're bendier than that, you lift your head, neck, and shoulders. Your right elbow goes over your right knee. And if you're one of my very bendy friends, probably bendier than I am, my knee comes over to the left. I lift up and I lasso my right knee with my left elbow. That's a big stretch for me. And then rest your bowling ball head down. Stay firm with your left leg. Relax your shoulder. Don't wear your shoulders as earrings. Relax them. This goes so deep into my hip that it is so essential. I have a lot of friends. I'm blessed with so many friends, and you guys are all my friends. And many of my friends, of course, obviously, are right around my age, and there's so much stuff going on with hips. They're not moving like they're supposed to, or they got a new one, or it's just like, let's keep these hips as healthy and as frisky and as buoyant and as oscillating as possible, shall we? But we got to do stuff like this. Otherwise, it's just going to freeze up down there and petrify, and it's just no fun. Okay, now I'm going to release my right knee. I'm going to stretch this leg out. 10 seconds to let all that disperse. Isn't that nice? Don't have some boss yelling at you. You're not on the clock. You're on the floor. Good. Now, hello. Shifting my booty over to the left. Crossing my left thigh over my right thigh. Maybe you're so tight you can't even do that. Just kind of get your foot over. Good for you. Then cross as strong as you can. My left foot is starting to go underneath my right ankle because I'm starting to do these movements again. Good. Now, if you're a stiffy person, knees barely come in. Maybe the close knee, the left one, maybe the upper one. No, I'm not going to say again that you should have your head on a blanket or over a pillow. I didn't say that. La 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 la. Just take some time to let go of time. It's time to not be bothered by time. Every time I exhale, I get a little more. I let a little air out of my anxiety balloon. I release some more lactic acid buildup from a rich, full, functional, frisky life. Good, and this is such the nice setup for our twist, right? So the twist is knees stay there, and I take this whole construct and I wing it over all the way. My left shoulder lifts. You're probably bendier than I am. Maybe yours didn't. Ooh, I just got a $45 chiropractic release. Okay, now a minute and a half to let my upper body, my torso, from the waist through my rib cage, through my left shoulder, left arm, left wrist, neck and face, roll slowly over to the left while my right hand, even my right hand is reaching down and grabbing my right knee to hold that down. Yin yoga done patiently, regularly, 2, 3, 8 times a week, you will get more flexible. And remember, there's always going to be somebody more flexible than you are. And there's actually way more people, way less flexible, and it's all just immaterial. What matters is that you're more flexible today than you were yesterday, and that in a year we'll be in better shape than we were right now. That's the promise. Just breathe. Time to heal. Literally, time to heal. Well, look at me and my left shoulder all the way down, left arm all the way out to the side. Am I patting myself on the back? Yeah, I am, because I can actually reach my back. Sometimes yogis pat themselves on the back because they can. Really good for the IT band of your left leg, the gigantic tendon thing that connects to your side of your pelvis and goes all the way down to your shin bones. That thing gets tight as a boiled owl sometimes. Good, big inhale. Exhale, let it go. Good. Now, I'll bring my knees back up. Now, since my left knee is already in, I'm just going to extend my right leg out. Going to lift my head. Hello. Now, you're very tight in Tennessee. Can't even grab your knee. That's okay. Then, so you grab hamstring, maybe over the knee. If you're more bendier, the knee comes in further, like it was installed at the factory. If you're kind of bendy, lift up and get your left elbow over your left knee. And if you're one of my bendy bears, you move your knee further to the midline, more over to the right, lift up. Oh, this is a stretch for me. I'm going to do it tonight, though. I'm going to lift up and get my right elbow all the way over my left knee. Grab my right wrist with my left hand. And I am going to have to slowly let my head down. Now, this is kind of the hip back thing that I heard a couple of weeks ago. So I've been being very, very diligent and self-care-esque and doing a lot of good, slow, patient, calming stretching, specifically of the purpose of getting circulation, lymph, blood, life force down in there. It really works. It's funny how an injury will drive us back to the fundamentals sometimes, isn't it? Good, big inhale. Good, now undo your knee, stretch both your legs out. Now, I wonder if you can do this pose. Feet together, knees out to the side. For some people, this is a piece of pie. Other people, it's a little slice of hell. So if your knees are up and you're just, man, I quit yoga and you just started like 20 minutes ago, just put a couple of couch pillows underneath your knees and your legs and patience and gravity and the principle of erosion will open your damn tight groins. You just don't want to have tight groins, kids. You just don't. And just half a minute. Okay, good job. Now for something completely different. I'm going to show you a really interesting wrist stretch. My little fingers are in and my thumbs are, this is external rotation. And if I just set my hands down and lean back into, see this stretch here? I'm leaning back into my wrists, forearms, caving my chest and dropping my chin. As I go back, there's this slight feeling of pulling my shoulders back and the mild sensation of seeking to touch my elbows together as I drop into my wrists and forearms. This is a wicked stretch, but it's tolerable and I can breathe into it. My elbows are bending. My elbows aren't straight. They're bending backward. Good, then I come up and here's a hideous variation. Now my thumbs are on the inside. My wrists are bent the other way. Now I'm pinning my 10 fingernails down into my yoga mat. And then I bring it back. And then I just lean back into my hands folded that way. And yikes. Whoa. This is the kind of stretching that gets down to the deep layers through the fascia, down toward the bone, kids. Drop your chin. Don't overdo it, but just do it. Good, now I'm going to slide out of that. Ooh. Wow. I think I need to smoke a cigarette after that. Good, now. When was the last time you walked around on your knees? Probably not very often because not many of us like it unless you're like 4. So crawling is a great way to locomote on the planet until evolution kicks in and you actually train yourself how to walk. But for a while, it was pretty much knees and hands. So I just developed a sequence, which I've not done for a long time, and it's really kind of re-enlivening, resurrecting, restoring my range of motion. And maybe you can do the whole thing. Maybe you can't. Maybe you can only do parts of it. That's okay. Just do what you can. For me, there's parts of the sequence that are really difficult and it's kind of embarrassing, but I'm willing to embarrass myself for your benefit. But if you can't do part of it, just do the best you can and then maybe watch and go, man, I'm going to do that someday. That's how it is with me and musicians. So all 4s, cats and cows, that's how it starts. Even if you just did the cats and cows part, you'd be better off. Now we're going to do the most important of all yoga positions. I know it's kind of surprising if you're new, but my knees are hip distance apart. See that? My knees and my hips are the same distance. My hips are always hip distance apart. My knees are hip distance apart. As I look back at my feet back there, they're hip distance apart. Now, I lean forward, I fold my toes under. And then the most important of all yoga poses, which I actually haven't done for about 5 years because of my meniscus of my knee. I just won't squat anymore. And my body pays the price. So for me personally, I can just do that on this surface because it just disperses the weight for me. So because I haven't done this for a while, my calves, my soleus, the lower calf muscle, these little thin muscles on the front of my shins, they're screaming bloody murder, which shows that I need to be doing it. And if I don't use it, I'm going to lose it. Now, if squatting is really easy for you, just, get your iPad out, play a couple of games. I can extend my arms forward, stretch my lower back. Good. Now, I don't want you to hurt yourself, but just drop your booty and extend your legs out. Now, if you're not a good squatter, the drop of your booty could be far enough that your airbag would go off and your neighbors below you would beat on the ceiling with a mop handle and say, "What are you doing up there?" So don't hurt yourself. Now, up you go. This is the evolution of man in a sequence. This is the fish crawling out of the water, turning into a salamander, turning into a little marmoset, turning into a little monkey, and then a big monkey, and then a gorilla, and then somebody carrying a briefcase, and then an angel. This is the ascent of man. I like that. Good. Now come on down. All right. There you go, like this. This is everything you'll ever need to do in your whole life right here. Damn it. Good. Now, here's the part that's a little challenging for me. I bring my feet in. That's as far as I can bring them in, but they are hip distance apart. See that? Now, you may not be able to kind of bottoms up. You may not have this. Maybe you're tight in Tennessee, crispy in Cleveland. Oh, I'm starting to go over my toes. My toes are saying, hey, don't do that. That's stupid. Then I get on my fingertips. Right here is a dicey place for a lot of us. This feet, toes, ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, face, lungs thing. Ooh, my toes, which I've not stretched very much. Now, this is the part, not so much fun. Big fake smile, because now I'm sitting on my foldy under toes. I have friends in this very class who can do this no problem, but they're just getting to relax. My toes are folded under. I'm sitting on my heels. I would never do this unless I had a little bit of help. Then down on your hands, cats and cows, to cool off the horrible pain. Now, if that's embarrassingly easy for you, then you know what? Just be grateful, damn it, that you are in really good shape. But if you can't do that, or if that's a little chunky or clunky or crispy or crunchy, good for you for getting back in the game. Let's do it again. Knees in, knees hip distance apart, toes folded under, push back over your feet. Hey, we're squatting again. Now, when I squat on a hard surface, can't get my heels down, really sucks. But on this, my heels are down. I can squat. It's great. Now, if you're way up and you're going to bust your ass to sit back, just find a different transition. Sit, extend, lift. The ascent of man. I give my assent to this ascent. Good. Then one more time for the thing I don't like very much, but sometimes, I don't know if you've noticed this. Have you noticed this? Sometimes in life, you have to do what you don't want to do. Have you noticed? All right, now, feet in. And you're not so bendy in Baltimore, you can't even lift up your butt, your whole body. It's just in full collapse. So you barely lift up, and it's like, I'm determined. I'm going to get better. You go over to here, and you go to here. Then you go over and over and over. This is the dicey point for me, right about here. Wish I had longer arms. Now, with my hands behind me, I'm going to bring my knees down. Ooh, yeah. Right. Almost get my knees down. Been a long time, so I'm recovering some of this right along with you, if you're with me. Ouch. Now, once a day, I suffer horribly on my foldy toes because I want my body to work brilliantly for the rest of my 40 or 50 years on the planet. Go down on your hands, and we're done with that horrible thing. Cats and cows. Sorry if you didn't like it. but sometimes you got to do what you don't want to do. Every night before I go to bed, it's like, I'm not going to floss tonight. And I've flossed every night for, I don't know, what, 45 years in a row, but I'm afraid if I miss one night, then I won't do it. Good. Now, we're going to have some fun, some challenge, some suffering, some giggling, but I want you to just stand on, I want you to watch for a second. A lot of my local friends in the Bay Area, they know this sequence, but if you're new, just watch for a second. I'll do it kind of faster. So all fours, right shoulder, right ear. Oh, great restorative pose. If you're brand new, this is all you have to do. Just chilling out, relaxing. It's a twist, it's a forward fold. It's super good for you. The challenge is dog at the fire hydrant. Knee comes up, and then your arm comes up. And then, is there a foot back there? Is it my foot? Oh boy. So you can do part 1, part 2, part 3, you could start War and Peace, you could finish the whole 1,300 page book. All fours, cats and cows. Good. Now, if you're brand new, you're just so damn tight. Just come to your right elbow and just hang in there. Slide onto your right shoulder and your right ear. Let's just park here for a moment because of the enormous benefits. Spine lengthening, forward folding, torso turning, neck releasing, inversion, shoulder release, face smash. I could fall asleep in this pose. I like the high hips and the knees underneath supporting. I like the nice length of spine. I like the way I can kind of push my hips back a little bit. Now, if you have any element of frisky going on tonight, you can push into your left hand and just bring your left knee up. I call it dog at the fire hydrant. Maybe it's not the most flattering name for the pose. I don't care. Now, for the adventuresome, the left arm goes up as well. Then, for the people who are bendy, you reach and grab your foot. Now, if I was a very, very bendy person, I would pull my left foot back all the way around and over the top and tickle the back of my head with it. Talk about riding the edge. You are getting so many benefits here. Opening up your quadricep, hip flexor, shoulder release, come out. Oh, Lord's a leaping. Couple cats, couple cows. Good job tonight, you guys. Beautiful hybrid of activity and peace and quiet. Your cells, molecules, and atoms are cheering. Okay, you're brand new, you're so tight, but you're willing to keep going. I'm so happy for you, proud of you. Left elbow down. Just this. If you do this on your bed, you could come down to your left shoulder and left ear. Just do this. Great. Shoulder, upper back stretch. Stretch in and behind your left shoulder blade. Oh my God, that never gets stretched like this. Okay, for the frisky at heart, right hand plants, right knee comes up. You can keep your right hand down if balance is how shall we say, a concern, putting it politely. Right arm goes up, right hand grabs right ankle, maybe. Well, I'd really like to kind of bring my right knee way behind me and lift it way up, but this is fine. 48 years old, this is great. Dog years. There is so much going on, and there's nothing going on at the same time. Good release. Come on out, kids. Push out. Couple of recuperative cats and cows, good cats. Okay, and then reset yourself. I got to tell you, time doesn't fly when I do yoga, time just disappears. So, I wonder if you might indulge me. We'll do a long shavasana tonight, but I'm having so much fun doing this pose again that it's doing me so much good. So if it's doing me good, it must be doing you good. So I'm just going to put my bolster behind me. I'm going to fold my right shin under. I just like this because I'm able to do it for the first time in a long time. And that's really fun. It's like a reprieve from the universe. So right shin is folded under, left knee is out to the side. If you're brand new, you could just be dying in this pose, and I understand. That's why I'm go into your bedroom, do this on your bed. I'm telling you straight up, you'll be surprised. You'll be like, you know what? I didn't believe it. I thought it was a load of crap. He's actually right. This makes this easier. It's like, I ain't lying to you. Now, usually if I'm doing this on a hard surface, I can't lean back at all, but I can I can oscillate my pelvis forward and back, up and down. Then, okay, all right. I can even extend my left leg out. It's really nice. You can go home again. Now, if you're brand new, can't lean back at all, just a little bit, just breathe. 90% of life is surviving. Just stay alive, keep the organism alive, and then the other 10% will be all the magnificent, glorious, grateful, sublime, brilliant, miraculous dynamics of living. I can even bring my arms up over my head like my really bendy bears in my class can. I'm not jealous. Well, you know what? I am jealous of them. Okay, now, I really like that when I come up and I bring my left foot back in, I can put my hands behind me, and I'm going to open up my congealed, petrified hips by thrusting my pelvis up. It's so good. And come on down, kids. One more and we'll go into Shavasana. Drag this leg out, right knee out to the side. Seriously, if you're brand new, you're one of my millions of new subscribers, you just kind of lean over a little bit. You fold this under. You're over here just going, God, why did I get so tight? Why didn't I do yoga? Well, there's always hope. Just repent. Now, before I lean back, I like to rotate my pelvis a little bit, a little left, a little right, a little up and down. Just kind of wake up the south of the border there. Now, this is my used to be injured knee side. So I'm a little more cautious. I'm cautiously optimistic. You lay all the way back. Don't let me get in your way. I am here to facilitate your liberation, not constrain you. Okay. I'm mostly back down, but getting better every day. Now this takes me right to my edge of my kind of freak out feeling in my body. The sympathetic fight or flight comes right up to the edge of parasympathetic rest and relax. And where they meet, rest and relaxation nervous system begins to infiltrate my fight or flight mode. And that just builds new calm and peace in my mind, body, soul, and spirit, which is, in a word, great. Good. Now, I'm going to come up. And our final pose before we go full vegetable is pause behind me. And to me, it helps to keep me young, lively, active, and fun-loving to take my buns and fly them up over the boom. We might get older chronologically, but you can get younger in a fun, frisky sense for sure, no doubt. Good, come on down, drag this out. And on your back, my friends, for 5 good minutes. And I'll do it with you because I'm with you all the way. I like my knees over the bolster. We're going full veg out mode. Good job. I commend you. Near and far, good job. You've earned your peace. Maybe I like to lift my buns left and right, get any dents out of my behind, and jiggle my legs, joggle my shoulder blades, swallow once. We are calm and peaceful souls, whole and healing souls. Okay, my friends, start to breathe back toward your body. Take your time. Good, mostly back in our bod, and we'll circulate God, love, light, force, bliss, joy, ecstasy, harmony, health, happiness. Good, I'll bring my feet in, gonna roll over to my side. Okay, and then keeping my eyes closed when I sit up. Good, in our big old yoga tribe around the world gathering together. We might be in different places on earth. Our proximity, you're there and I'm here, but you go inside, we all come to the same place together. It's beyond time and space. It's transcendent of it and includes it. But we can meet there. You know what Rumi said, out beyond the fields of right thinking and wrong thinking, there's a greater field. I'll meet you there. And all together we say, Namaste. Boy, I'm really glad you did yoga with me on a Wednesday night. If you're watching it recorded, whenever you're watching it, but it's nice to gather and do some healing and find some peace and some stillness, isn't it? So to my YouTube friends, thank you for your support. Please like and subscribe if you hadn't. It makes a big difference. Helps us to spread some peace around the planet that needs it. So thanks, YouTubers. Thanks, Rachel. Nice to see you. All right, now we're going to go to local view. Turn YouTube off. Do this. Remove spotlight. Here we are. All right. Okay, we'll go in not alphabetical order. We'll go in clockwise order. Hi, Kristen. Good to see you. Coming to all the classes. Good for you, young lady. Stuart, looking good. You always have a sparkle coming off you. I don't know how you do it, but it's commendable. And Stephanie, hello. Good to see you. Finally get to see you, dear. Hope you enjoyed some rest and relaxation. You deserve it. Rachel, nice to have you on board. Okay, I'm going to go for a little walk on this beautiful night before the sun goes down. It's great to see you guys.
Bye.
Until next time. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.